All right, so today we're going to go ahead and assemble what is a portable shelter, changing room. It serves a variety of different purposes. This is from a company called WolfWise. They sent me this, asked me to do a review. We're going to go ahead and talk about the actual product itself. I'm going to go ahead and assemble it, and then I'm going to share with you some different use cases, some of which I think will be really helpful for the RV community. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing I want to point out is these straps here on the back. At first glance, I thought, well, these are kind of odd, you know, to carry these, but they actually serve a dual purpose. So they are both straps, of course, to carry this by hand, but if you really wanted to and you're walking down to the beach with a bunch of towels and other things, right, it also serves as a backpack strap. So works quite well that way. Storage bag looks well made, nice zipper, good quality. I'll talk about this a little later, but this comes with a 2-year warranty, which is quite nice. Now, I've already assembled this once, so that's why some of these things look a little bit disheveled, but I'm going to actually show you. We had a good experience. This wasn't as confusing, as difficult as I thought it might be, but inside the package, you're going to see a few things. So first of all, we have our storage shelter itself right here. We'll get to that in a moment. There is a bag that includes 8 tent stakes. So some of these are extra, which are really nice. This bag also includes some tie-down straps. On some windy days, in addition to staking the shelter down to the ground, you may want to tie these to a nearby tree for additional support. And then we also have 2 other things. We have a rain cover that's going to go on the top of the shelter, and a floor mat for the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and get this assembled. We'll take a look at the product as it's put together. Now I want to point out there is this nice elastic strap here that holds the whole unit together, okay? There are instructions inside the bag that you're going to want to take a look at. On the shipping box and in the instructions, they do encourage you, as do I, to practice putting this back together before you take it somewhere. It's not too difficult, but it does take a little bit of practice and an understanding of how to fold this, right? But those instructions are inside the bag. The nice thing is they're sewn to the bag and they're waterproof. So I'm going to go ahead and take off my strap here. Okay, and again, it's affixed to the unit, and this is essentially going to pop open. Okay, be careful when you do that. This is how it's going to stand. You can see we have the door here to open it up. Now we have our 4 sides. Okay, now as we take a look at the item, come a little closer, I want you to see on the bottom here are loops for the various tent stakes. Okay, there are 4 of them, of course, and we'll go ahead and get this stake to the ground. I'm going to go ahead and put the rain flap on and the ground cover inside, and we'll take another look at it. All right, and if you notice, what I've done is laid my ground cloth down. And why did I do that is because when I'm staking it to the ground, I actually want to stake both the shelter as well as the ground cloth together to the ground. And I'm going to do this on a 45-degree angle, using the ground actually as a bit of leverage. So we want that resistance. We want the ground to be resistant. So put your stakes in this way. So we're going to do that on all 4 corners. All right, and here it is assembled. We've got the rain flap on, the ground cover installed, and we have the 4 corners of the shelter and the ground cloth staked to the ground. Let's go ahead and take a look at the inside features. But I'm going to tell you there's some really nice features in here, including some windows that you can look out of, as well as a nice storage pouch right here. Okay, but again, very good quality. Impressed with this. Now, when I did a little bit of research about the actual product, I was actually surprised at the wide number of use cases, the different ways that people use these. Obviously, it can be used as a changing area. If you're going to the beach and there's no, place for privacy where you can change into your swimming suit or back into your clothes, this would be wonderful. Also, sometimes when you camp, there are areas where you can shower, where you can, a bathing house, that kind of a thing. But in many cases, you might be in a location where we're at today, where there is no tree to hide behind, where there's no it's an open area. So again, it would be a nice thing to have there. But also, I was surprised to see some people are using these. Actually, they're taking them fishing. They might be using them as to provide a little bit of shelter and cover while they're fishing. I've seen people use these at soccer games. I've also seen people who have RVs and vans who don't necessarily have an interior bathroom. These are people that might have a portable toilet that they can use either inside the van or outside of the van. Listen, when you're traveling with non-family members, people you're not that close with, this could also serve the purpose of an area where you could place your portable toilet as well. So I'm going to put a few other pictures up here as well, but I'll tell you what, I was pretty impressed with the quality of the product and how tightly it packs. Now, here's the next question. How easy is it to fold and to store? I've done this once. We practiced for about 6 minutes here. Let's see if I've got it down. So I'm going to go ahead here and show you what the packing and the folding looks like.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy.
Okay, so far, again, really good quality. I have nothing, negative or bad to say about the quality. If I had 2 suggestions for the folks at WolfWise, I think I would maybe consider making the ground cloth slightly larger. This will get the job done, but it would be nice to have, something maybe 6 inches larger that maybe extends slightly beyond the base of the shelter. And also, this is a really nice feature to be able to roll up the door here, but these straps could be also a little longer. This wasn't the easiest thing. These were a little tight. So overall, we thought the WolfWise Privacy Tent was very well made, and especially for folks in the RV community, there could be a wide range of potential use cases. So if this is something of interest to you, definitely check it out.